So welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto Liberty City stories. In this part, we will be completing the RC Triad Takedown side mission, which is a requirement to complete in order to get your percentage points for 100%. And the way that this side mission works is that you're going to have this Toys in the Hood van parked in the heart of Chinatown, and by entering the van, you activate doing the mission. So when the mission begins, you'll be given control over that little RC monster truck thing, which is also explosive, so apparently it's had a bit too much Taco Bell, hence the explosiveness. But either way, you use this thing to explode triads, either on foot or in their gang vehicles, and the objective here is to kill 20 triads in the amount of time that you're given. And the way that you earn more time for your timer is to kill triads, so it's kind of like an endless circle type of situation until you eventually run out of luck and triads no longer spawn in, or maybe they're really far away and you end up running out of time. So you kill triads to add time to that timer to kill even more triads. So that's pretty much how this mission works, but you gotta watch out for a few things, and surprisingly, none of those few things involve the triads, who remain fairly tame throughout the entire duration of doing this mission, which is odd because you have all these other pedestrians running around the place trying to do the best they can to get away from all of these explosions going on in Chinatown, but these triads, though, continue to walk casually from place to place, or they remain in their circles shooting the breeze. And it's like that group right there. That group of 3 triads just continued casually walking up in front towards this explosion that just happened in front of them a couple seconds ago, but they're just like, what we get, and then they just keep on walking, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm not complaining, because it just makes this mission that much easier to complete. But I suppose one thing that you would have to kind of worry about with triads is them spawning in or not, because you can potentially get screwed over by them not spawning in and end up failing hitting that 20 kill mark because they just didn't spawn in. I mean, it's something that can happen, and it is annoying when that happens, especially compared to these other things that I'm going to mention that you should watch out for or whatever, because that's just kind of like unfair that you don't even have the opportunity to try to kill triads to hit that time, or to hit that 20 kill mark, I mean. But anyways, besides the triad thing, something you should watch out for is the oncoming traffic and angry drivers, because at the beginning of doing this mission, there was this fella on a freeway who crashed into me, and you saw that the RC monster truck, which is a fantastic combination, by the way. It's like, you think of a monster truck as being this massive, grand truck vehicle, and then it's reduced down to the size of a remote-controlled car during this mission. It's really awesome, I think, but it's like this thing can get pushed around quite easily, so when you bump into oncoming traffic or whatever, it's a bit of a time waster. You know, a couple seconds can pass before you get back on the path that you were taking before you got crashed into, or before you crashed into something, so you might be thinking, well, it's just a couple seconds or whatever, but that time can add up, especially when you're not given that much time to begin with, so that can be problematic for you if you don't look both ways before crossing. So, yeah, a bit of a life lesson there for you too, because you should also do that in real life, probably more importantly than in a video game. So besides that, though, the other thing is that curbs can be a bit problematic too. Because this is a low vehicle, or I guess it's really not a vehicle, it's just a remote-controlled car, or I don't know, I guess it would be a remote-controlled vehicle, but whatever, you get the idea. It's not like a normal car, so it's something that's lower to the ground. So going up curbs is a bit different than in a normal car, where with a normal car, you don't really need that much of an angle to go up curbs, but in this thing, you do need a bit more of an angle to properly go up curbs, so that way you don't swerve off your path or whatever. So again, that's just a small time waster that can happen, and you might want to look out for that, but either way, I think that's pretty much all I can say about this mission, except for one last thing. This mission is a lot like the missions that you have in Grand Theft Auto 3, those Toys in the Hood van series of missions, and there's 4 of them in that game, and only 1 of these in this game. And the difference, besides the, I guess, total amount of these types of missions, is that in Grand Theft Auto 3, you would only get kills for gang members inside of their gang vehicles. Really, that was the main objective, just exploding gang vehicles, in comparison to here where you can explode gang members on foot. So I think I like this iteration of this concept of mission more in this game than in Grand Theft Auto 3, although I have a lot of fond memories playing Mafia Massacre in Grand Theft Auto 3, which took place in St. Mark's. So you had Mafia gang members you were trying to explode in their gang cars, and I just remember constantly trying to beat my high score when doing that particular Toys in the Hood van mission. And it was really only a thing for that place. I think just because I liked St. Mark's and Harwood more than any of the other areas in Liberty City, but I don't know, I was really interested in just trying to beat my high score, which is awesome. You know, I like that type of high score styled mission like you have here and also in that game. But anyways, though, 155 is my high score, and that completes this part. In the next part, we will be doing the car and bike salesman side activities, so until then, I will see you next time.